Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiwi if you're new, and I am a mama of two babies, 2-year-old and a 6-month-old, and I am working on our living room today. So this video actually took about a month and a half to film because I'm working full-time and going to school full-time, so it's been kind of tricky to find time to sit and actually work on this project. But our living room very much so needed a makeover. So I was excited to tackle this project, and it actually ended up opening a whole can of worms, which I will talk about later. But thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate it, and I hope that I can provide some relatable motivation and inspiration to make your home feel like a home. So as you can see, my home is nowhere near perfect. It is very run down, old, not aesthetic, and we build up mess pretty quickly. So I am slowly working on getting rid of stuff and organizing and getting to where we don't have messes like this. But for now, I will show my realistic messes, I will show my realistic home, and just show the reality that it's okay for your home to be lived in. It's okay for your home to be not very aesthetic, although after this transformation, it's a little more aesthetic, which I love. But yeah, I'm a real person. I'm not perfect. I have a lot less time than I used to in my past videos. So I'm just here to show and be real with you all. So here I'm putting these couch cushions in trash bags because we're actually getting rid of this section of couch. Well, we're not getting rid of it. We're actually putting it on our covered porch for now because it's just, this couch is too big and it takes up the entire living room. So we're storing it away, doing what we can to make sure that it doesn't get weathered or messed up. So that's why I'm putting these couch cushions into trash bags. But getting rid of this section definitely makes a big difference because this living room is already weirdly shaped, and this couch is just way too big for it. So here I had to slow this down because I was super eager and filmed this part super fast, but this is the progress with the couch being gone, and it looks so much better. It's already a lot more room, but there's lots of stuff that I had to go through. So we went through all this stuff and got onto painting, which we chose a white color, which I really love, and we'll just kind of add color through decorations rather than the wall color being the brown and blue that we had at the time. So obviously this blue is pretty dark, so we did need 2 coats, but this white actually did really good at covering it. It barely needed 2 coats, so I was pretty happy with that. I think we got the more expensive kind that came with primer mixed into it. But you guys, this color makes such a big difference. This living room was always so dark and depressing before, and now it's really bright and just, I love it. I love it so much. But I'm someone who really loves white walls. So here my husband and I are putting up this mount, which is supposed to be a corner mount, so the TV unfortunately does not go flat to the wall right now. And we actually installed this too high the first time, so we had to put it in like this and then take it out and redo it. And when we put the TV up, the TV is touching the ceiling, so it's really high up. We do have a really big TV, so eventually my goal is to get a better mount that will be flat against the wall. But for now, it's nice. It works out. I prefer our TV mounted rather than on our entertainment center like before. And so it works out. My kids can't really climb on my TV anymore, which I really appreciate. Not that my 6-month-old was really going doing that, but she will be soon. So as you can see, this is where we had the problem, and we had to take it all down again, which I was very upset with because it was very late and I just wanted to go to bed. But luckily I wasn't working yet, so I had all the time in the world to get that done. So, you guys, as you know, our deep freezer was in the living room. We were still moving things around and figuring out where to place things, which we will put our freezer back into the hallway. However, when we moved the freezer, we found out that we had a large leak in our wall, and our carpet was soaked. The wall had mold growing inside of it, so we got that remediated. Everything's okay now. However, in this part, this was before we really knew about the wall problem, but I was really focusing on the carpet and vacuuming the carpet, shampooing the carpet, doing everything I could to make it as clean as possible so that whenever we move our furniture, we can just have a fresh start, you know? And this carpet is already disgusting. It's from when my great-grandmother lived here, and my grandma grew up with this carpet, so it's very, very old. And when we found out about the mold and the water damage and all this stuff, we decided that we will eventually be replacing these floors with, I want to say vinyl. I'm not quite sure. That's probably totally wrong. Might be laminate. But we're redoing our floors. So I did not do the other half of the living room. I only did this part of the living room with really getting in and shampooing everything, because halfway through I figured out that we're actually going to be completely redoing the floors anyways. So stay tuned for that. That one's coming up hopefully soon, but with my schedule and everyone else's schedule, I doubt that's going to be super soon. But it would be great to have tile or not carpet. I hate carpet with a passion. We have 3 dogs and a cat. And so with my daughter learning to crawl, it's just a nightmare. So we have to lay a clean blanket down every time she wants to practice. So it's been a headache, but I'm looking forward to being able to mop the whole house pretty much, and it's smelling so good and all of that. So stay tuned for new flooring. For now, I'm leaving these clips in because it was a large part of the video. But yeah, new exciting things are happening, and I'm excited about it. So after I vacuumed this floor, there is several weeks in between the clips because we had to get the mold fixed and move out into my in-laws for a little bit with the kids while that got taken care of. So here, this is just about a week ago. We were putting up our Christmas decorations, which we put up super late. This year has not really felt like Christmas, which makes me sad, but hopefully next year will be better. But I kind of wanted to talk about how much crap has been going on in our home. It's one thing after another, I swear, but we're getting it taken care of, so that's the good news. But we were installing or fixing our dishwasher, and unfortunately my mom got shocked, electrocuted. She's totally fine, and she likes to play it off like it was no big deal, even though there was literally sparks that flew. Anyways, when that happened, our power kind of shut out, and it was acting weird. And so we had to call our electric company, and they told us that our home is completely out of code. And since it's old, they will give us the day after Christmas to get someone to start fixing it, or they're going to shut down our entire house and our power and everything. And that's the only way we get heat. So that's been fun. And then whenever the power completely went out, our washer also completely went out. So now the laundry is piling up after I just caught up. And so it's been fun, you guys. I am going through it a little bit, But luckily, we are getting someone to start fixing it, so hopefully they will not shut us off at all. And we're getting on top of things. So I told my mom that I guess me and my brother living here is good news because I live with my mom, if you don't know. It's good news because we're getting her a home perfect and ready for us to move on and get into our own home. That way we can just kind of help out a little bit. That's our rent. All these projects have been part of our rent. So although it's frustrating and it feels like I'm not getting anywhere, it's God's will. So he has a plan. I just have to trust that. So as you can see, the rest of my home has kind of taken a toll. It is a mess. And my toddler wanted to play with his toys and would not put them in his room because he wanted to play. So don't mind the little bit of mess. Our picture frames do not have pictures of us yet, but I wanted to kind of put them up as placeholders so that I know where they're going. So I really love how this turned out. It's not as clean as I wanted it for the after, you guys, but I have a 3-year-old, or he's 2, almost 3. So what can you expect? I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm very excited about this transformation. It looks so much more roomy and bright in here, and I just love it. You guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!